Okay, it's just a little teeny tiny update on my large Cymbidium, and I managed to find enough bark to give it a new home, and this is what I found when I pulled it out of the muck. There were some roots damaged, so I took those off, but as you can see, it's full of new roots. So yeah, imagine what that will do when I get it in some bark which I can control. At least control the humidity and such. Now I'm a lot more confident watering this one. So yeah, happy. Okay, in the continuing story of me being silly, a while back I bought a Singolo, two Singolos actually, and now the large flower has gone, and this one has still two buds and two flowers. But as you can see, if I hold it next to a garden variety, you see the flower isn't that much bigger. In fact, it's not even half of the one Singolo flower I bought it with. So this is just a slightly larger Phalaenopsis, and it's not genetics that it has such a large flower. They trick the flower. That's it. And I think they do it with some kind of special feed. I believe it's phosphorus, which produces large flowers or is needed when flowering. So yeah, warning to everybody, a Singolo doesn't stay a Singolo. It's just a big Phalaenopsis. A little care tip, if I may be so bold. These flowers are on their way out. They're starting to get papery. Not sure why, but if you want to remove them, there is a very simple way, and that is if you take the flower and you do this, you move it in the direction of the stem. The only thing you're going to accomplish is you rip out the complete stem. So what you do is take it here and move it sideways, like a very rapid snap. The wound closes off on its own. So yeah, let's do another one. If I do this one, same again, take it and sideways. Use a nice clean cut. Okay, my first care video. Care bit. Okay, little update on everything that's growing, and these are the untouchables, and here in the front is my dendrochilum, and look at the new growth. It's a beautiful new leaf. It's still unscrewing itself, So it's going to get bigger. Pseudobulb isn't plumping up yet. Here's the new growth, also going steady. Here is the Nora Tokunaga crusted aberrants, and all 5 new growths are still with us. So yeah, very happy. This is still showing no signs of getting ready for anything. New sheath, but nothing's coming. This is Jackie, and Jackie is doing fantastic. The old bud can't be removed because it's probably going to flower again, and it's going to be on this one. And we have a new bud over here. It's a bit of the rooting experiment. This is from the Brassia, not showing any signs yet. And this is the Cymbidium, I forgot the name. And that's looking promising. It has a little bit of root, so maybe it's going to spring to life. Phalaenopsis cakey was on a piece of wood that started to rot, and again it was a log, it wasn't bark. I'm pretty sure that mounting on logs unless treated is a very bad decision. Okay, this is the Dendrobium nobile, and I have been really careful with giving water, avoiding the new growth getting wet, but it's still doing this. I have no idea why. All the growing tips are dying. Within a few days I can pull this off, and then it starts to rot. There's new growth here. Roots are looking absolutely fantastic. And there are even some nubbins. Let me see, nubbins. Oh, there we have a nubbin. It's probably a keiki, because this is a keiki machine. But it's a worry, basically a headache. Oh, same with this one. You can see how here, let me see, this was a new growth, and she is rotten. Now this one is still with me, and I'm ever so careful watering this one, just to, and it has such pretty flowers. I really, really want to save this one, but no. I'm not that hopeful. And it's probably because it's a really old plant. It just doesn't have enough energy. Well, this is all tried and tested. But, oh, slow movements. This is the surprise. And as you can see, it's starting to open. This can't be more than a few days. Sorry. Yay. This is the eternal wind. Really looking forward to this one. Spider orchid. Veranda green is also doing great. Again, a teeny tiny update. This one has 9 flower stems, and this one has 10, and there you can see how it's starting to branch out. It's a bit too much light. And this one has 6. And these are a long way off flowering because the spikes will get a lot bigger and then they have to branch out, and only after that will they form the buds. So yeah, Oncidium twinkles, mini twinkles. I put some more on the wish list with my grower. They have about 4, 4, including this one. I have a little more room on the rack. Oh yeah, there's also a few more mounts. My Phalaenopsis table is turning green, and I decided to cut off all flower spikes just to give the plants rest and the opportunity to grow new leaves, because they all want to grow new leaves, and they didn't want to branch anyway, so get rid of it. This one is still absolutely gorgeous for weeks and weeks and weeks. This one, decided to open up its last flower, and after that I'm going to cut it right there, here, and get it in a new pot. And then the problem of stem rot is solved. It's also trying to make a new leaf, and then I have this one. This has been flowering for weeks also. Nice pink candy stripes. Oh. There's my only puff, Paphiopedilum, Dorama, beautiful green flower, and there's the new fan with a new leaf inside, and this one is also producing a new leaf. So, flowers. This is the Nobile Firebird, an orange one, and its counterpart is in the kitchen, and that's not doing so well. But this one is growing 2 new canes, and the roots are doing fine, had no rotting, so simple Nobile, just had a repot. And this one is a Dendrobium phalaenopsis, and as you can see, it has formed its terminal leaf, and right in the middle is something happening. So I'm hoping for a flower spike. This is also a Dendrobium phalaenopsis, and yeah, I took this one off a mount because the mount was starting to rot, and it's taking off. This is a Nobile Star Class, and just had a repot, and for the second time it had an enormous spider mite infestation. These things tend to keep falling over. This is the Comet King with a keiki that doesn't want to produce roots. Has a beautiful root system, not just here but also over here. And this is just about the only one that's healthy enough to do an eventual winter rest. The rest isn't, no. It's not adjusted to my climate. I've been fiddling around with it a lot. So, no winter rest. Although I'm still interested in winter resting. Oh. Cymbidium was doing okay. I'm not sure about Ali Anderson, the one in the background. Have to do that when I get some new bark. Okay. That turned out to be a complete update. Okay, enough for now.